Hey, everybody. Welcome to Diva Dads, episode 42. We've got a very special guest, really awesome. It's been a long time since we've seen you guys, so we'll reintroduce. Go ahead, you two.
You're supposed to start.
Yeah, you're
Dana.
first.
I didn't say my name.
No.
You didn't. Say my name. Say my name. You're Dana. Dana.
Dana.
Hey, Dana.
Dana. This is Rodney.
I'm Rodney.
I'm Adrian. And Mike is
look who's coming in right now on cue.
And I'm
But
Mike
like,
Kilgore.
is he?
Is he?
No,
It's
yeah,
all
you
black.
can't see him.
Darn it! This was supposed to work. That's
You're
crazy.
a mess.
Start video. Oh, you did start video.
Oh, Mike. Hey, we can see us now.
Oh, that's bigger.
Hi,
Goodness
everybody.
gracious.
How was your day, week, month since we spoke to you last?
Busy,
Dana, we're-
busy. Oh, there he is.
Hey, there's
I
Mike.
see you, Mike.
Mike,
Look at you,
you
so
comfy?
laid back, laying on the bed
Yeah.
with your hat back.
oh my word. Dana, weren't you supposed to come by this week?
Yeah, I was.
I was.
That was
And
the intent.
then
Man, work, this reorg, we're down to like 8 people. It's just a mess. And yeah, very difficult.
we're down to one, so things are great.
Yes, we are. Yes.
Mike, how are you doing with
Oh,
the
doing
fam?
good. Real good. Just crazy busy. So
Crazy.
that's crazy.
So you're staying with with in-laws right now?
yeah. Till I can buy a rental place here, because it's just yeah. I'm a
Like
kid
a week
again.
before we moved in, Mike was like, "Oh, you guys are moving. Why don't I buy something and you guys can rent the other place?" And I was like, "Mike, we're moving in like 3 days. You don't think we have this figured out yet?" I was like, "Get back to me in a year when our lease is up." But
Yeah, we've only been talking about this for like 5 months, dude. Like,
a while. So yes, Rodney, how you doing?
I'm good. It's summertime, so
Your living is easy.
yeah, my living is easy.
Great.
Yep. So we went to today. We went to downtown Bryan to get out the house, and we went to the Proudest Monkey.
Wait, I haven't been there in forever.
Yeah. And I got Adrian a Norwal cookie.
Yeah. Our special guest got an avocado.
She got an avocado.
Thanks. You'll see her soon.
Yeah, and then we walked around the what's it called, the rabbit hole,
What's that?
that antique store.
Oh,
Mhm.
Yeah, it was awesome. Josie bought a whole bunch of little tchotchkes to turn into earrings because that's what
Oh.
she does.
the kids were complimenting her today on all of her earrings, and someone was very quick. Someone complimented her earrings, and I think it was Eleanor and Kaylin. They said, "Well, yes, she makes them all too."
She does.
She's great.
She does.
Great. So we're gonna fast forward through like a couple of really quick segments so that we can get to our special guest. So it's the Roger Pine breakdown. Let's see, Mike Kilgore. I would like you to break down the plot of It Should Have Been You.
Yes. So it should have been you.
No spoilers.
Yes, no spoilers. So it is a show about a Jewish family and a New York family, maybe,
Sure.
kind of ish. And they, the daughter of one meets the son of another, and they're set to be married, and they each have friends and stuff.
I'm gonna stop you right there, Mike. Did you see the show?
I did. I was working the show, and I popped in and out and stuff.
yeah, that
so-
is, I can vouch for that. Does not count.
Oh,
Does not count.
I couldn't quite make it. I'm sorry. So
Okay, so let me rephrase. Tell me your 9-year-old nephew's review of It Should Have Been You.
oh yes, okay. So I took my 9-year-old nephew, and I was like, hey, Antonio, how did you like the show? And he goes, oh, it was awesome. He goes, and the craziest thing, at the end, they all turned gay. I was like, I love
Everybody
you.
turned gay.
Everybody turned gay. But
so maybe some
Oh.
spoilers.
Some
yeah, I
spoilers,
mean, I will say this. I really wish I could have, like, schedule-wise, been able to see it, because the cast was just, I mean, I know, obviously, but the cast is always stellar. But, I mean, God, it was good. And, I mean, I walked straight in when Dustin and Carrie had their duet together.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I mean, again, you know me in the theater stuff. I'm crying or laughing. My emotions are always off the deep end, and I mean, jaw
It's
just
called
hits the
manic.
floor. Yeah, pretty
You
much.
have medication.
So, just I was just at HEB, and I was buying some stuff for later tonight. And as I was finishing checking out, the guy behind me said, "Oh, hey, by the way, great performance last night."
Diva point.
Oh,
Last night?
Or just like this past show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, not last night.
What'd you do last night?
Yeah, great performance, dog.
Only fans.
Hmm.
Only fans.
Only fans.
Yeah,
Only fans would know.
yeah. It was a good performance last
I
night.
know what he's talking about. I'm trying to make a joke. Didn't
Only
work.
dads. Only dads.
Only
dads.
Oh, we
The
need a
craziest
website.
thing, Adrian, you had posted on Slack, and it was an article about someone was asking about how do you do romantic stuff like in theater, and you had posted on
intimacy.
Slack
Intimacy.
intimacy, yeah. And so I was just, and that's actually when I had seen Rodney and Cynthia. I was like, just copy Rodney and Cynthia, from It Should Have Been You.
I'm not following, but I think I get it.
Yeah,
I-
I'm glad that we're recording this. I can rewind it and re-listen.
I know what you're talking about.
What's
Mike.
funny is that,
See-
there's all these couples, and yes, there is intimacy on stage with people having to kiss and make out a little bit. And so some of the couples are homosexual. Spoiler alert. And I had some parents of kids say, "Hey, is this racy? Are they okay to watch it?" And I was like, "Yeah, there's nothing controversial about the show. They're just couples in love. They are just a little sneaky about it." I said, "Honestly, the raciest moment in the show is Cynthia Bradford."
Yeah, she's problematic.
So Dana, your take on It Should Have Been You.
I didn't know what the show was about. I went in totally 100% blind. And when I came out of the show, I was like, that was a good show. Like one of those, those moments when you leave like a theater and you're like, damn, that was good. I laughed a lot. Like a lot. We took my grandma, my 90-year-old grandma. I'm always talking about.
How was she?
Oh, she wouldn't stop laughing. She thought it was hilarious. She thought Cynthia was hilarious. So yes,
She was.
she was. She thoroughly enjoyed it too. So it was
Good.
good. I
Well,
enjoyed it.
If you missed the show, you missed Cynthia's like personal awakening to her truest self.
Dude, where did that come from?
Oh, it was there all along. It was there all
It's been
along.
suppressed, and they let it out of the box.
Yes.
Careful
Great.
what you summon
All right.
during a Ouija board. What?
How did we get to a Ouija board?
So careful
Oh my
what you
goodness.
summon, like in a Ouija board.
Okay.
Okay.
What's in my
What you
mug,
drinking,
we
Dana?
say?
Yeah. What's in that mug?
So the infamous almost cut my finger off moment. It's not.
What?
What did you
What?
do?
You almost cut your finger off?
Yeah, with the margarita machine I got. You didn't
Oh,
see this
I
on
did.
Facebook?
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah, I
yeah,
saw it.
I was cleaning it the first night I had it, and
Mike is scrolling TikTok right now.
yeah, yes.
No, I'm
Yeah.
looking for the Diva Dads folder just in case there's questions.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
There's
no,
a new
there-
outline.
No, there's not. I mean, there is. Mike, yes. If you
Yes.
don't mind pulling that up,
Keep
Mike,
looking for
and
the
that way you
outline.
can keep us on track.
Yes.
Yeah, my agent said something about that there might be, so I was.
Anyways, I cut my
Diva
finger.
point.
It almost died. No, I didn't almost die, but I did have to go to the emergency room because it was like hanging. It was gross. But they
Blech.
fixed it. It's all growing out now. Now it's just I wear a Band-Aid for sensitivity, like because until the
Ew.
nerves get back, like it was done.
Oh.
Yeah. But
Mm.
I still am using the machine. It has an ice hopper and it's a blender. So you blend your drink and drop your shaved ice and keep blending it. So it's like this fantastic. Yeah. And this one is spiced rum, peach vodka, and those sparkle ice or sparkling ice drinks, water flavored waters. And this one is orange mango. So you add all those flavors together and it frozen and it's fantastic.
Perfect. Did we say where we are?
No.
Coming to you live from the theater company from College Station. Rodney, would you like to introduce our special guest?
I would. So,
Oh, I do have a
you-
fun fact for later. Just I meant to throw that out there.
Rodney, would you like to introduce our special guest?
But it's from
now
Jennifer's.
joining us.
Yay. Rodney, would you like to introduce our special guest? Take 3.
Now joining us live, please welcome Alanna Taylor O'Connell.
Yay.
Yay.
Woo.
And look, I
Wait,
turned
isn't
on
there
your
applause?
microphone. There is applause.
That was terrible.
Oh my lord.
It's late.
It did it sounded like a rain shower. Done. I think she deserves more than that.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're gonna need it. Otherwise, you won't hear Dana and Mike, which is not a terrible thing.
Not the worst thing in the world.
Well, you're not gonna miss anything with Mike because crazy.
Because he's still scrolling TikTok.
Yeah, he is. He's scrolling TikTok. You know he is.
I've said more words in this episode than I have in the last season.
It's true.
You want to turn up her mic?
Oh my gosh, seriously. We're not gonna do this again.
We are. They're not gonna know.
Okay, try
They're
it
gonna know.
again.
Talk to us, Alana.
Testing,
No, I-
testing.
Hey, that
Yeah, that's
sounds
better.
great.
Thank
That
you.
sounds great.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Ooh, hot mic. Ooh,
Hi,
hot mic.
Alana.
Hi.
Welcome
Thanks.
to Diva Dads.
I'm so happy to be here.
I'm so glad you could join us. What you drinking?
Austin East Cider's blood orange cider.
Nice.
Mm.
What are we about to be drinking, Rodney?
We're about to be drinking what I call it, fashionable brandy.
Yes.
Yes.
I love that.
Are y'all ready for a cocktail?
I'm ready.
Okay. So this is going to be like craft time because you guys get to kind of make your own cocktail. All right, fine.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I didn't sign up for this. So, Mike, how's the family?
It's good, really good. Sorry, I don't keep laughing. Just when Alanna came on and y'all were talking back and forth, it reminded me of that Saturday Night Live skit with Alec Baldwin
No.
and the
Pete Sweaty.
Sweaty.
Yeah.
sweaty.
I don't.
Pete Sweaty.
I'm good.
What?
Oh,
I'm drinking Austin East Ciders. I'm good.
yes.
We're gonna have to watch that.
Next week.
like
we're,
Anna
we're
Gasteyer
going to.
and
Molly Shannon. Yeah.
Oh, Shannon, yeah.
Yeah. And they're like NPR hosts, but they're talking about a cooking show. And Alec Baldwin's the guest, and they have very serious conversation about his balls, like Christmas balls that you served.
Ah,
And
And his name is Pete Sweaty.
iconic. Pete Sweaty. So Pete's sweaty balls.
But it was Adrian. She's like, and she wasn't looking at Alanna. She's like, "How are you doing?" And Alana's like, "Good."
Yeah,
What are you
great.
drinking?
Good times. Yes. Good times.
We rehearsed this at home.
one of the
Nice.
greatest compliments I've ever been paid was from Brandon Kempf, and he once told me that he knows 2 people in his life that he could ever picture being on SNL, and I'm one of them.
Hey.
Well, really, one of the greatest compliments. I don't watch a lot of SNL, but the idea of being on it is really exciting.
That's pretty thrilling. And I concur. That just always seemed like a party to me.
Yeah.
I thought my compliment to you was, pretty flattering, but I guess you thought it was some sort of weird old man advancement. So
Oh, you mean when you hit on me and I almost filed a harassment complaint? Are you gonna tell that story again?
we're not going to
I
tell that
guess we are
story
now,
on this.
'cause
That's an
Dana-
after dark story.
No, Dana just brought it up.
No,
I'm listening.
we're good.
It was during My Fair Lady, and the dress that I was wearing apparently was modeled after something Kate Winslet wears in the Titanic, which I didn't know. I also I've
Oh,
seen
yeah.
the Titanic once. I don't know. I also had a red wig on, and it was before we were about to go on stage for a scene, and I kind of knew Dana. Like this is a show that we met, and you said something about
Do you want to steam up some car windows?
steam up some car windows. That's what it was.
Tina.
Dina.
With no context. Like you didn't say, "Oh, you look like." Has anyone told you look like Kate Winslet? Nothing. You were just like, "Hey, do you want to steam up some car windows?" And I said,
Go away.
"No, I'm gonna
Oh
go on
my.
stage and sing now." Actually,
Oh my god.
I said,
What a way to make a
Titanic,
first impression.
the scene with you look like the girl in the thing with the Kate something.
Nice
and-
recovery.
Yeah, it
Nice
was,
recovery.
It was not my finest.
What you doing, Rodney? What you doing, Rodney?
I'm muddling. I'm
Ooh.
muddling. So what I have in here,
Hold the microphone up.
I got me a fresh cherry and a slice of orange and some orange Angostura bitters, and I'm muddling them up because that's what I like to do. I like to muddle. So I've got all three muddled. Now there is a cherry pit in here, ladies, so careful. Okay, don't just like knock this sucker back because you might choke.
I feel really honored that there's a cherry in it because I know that you've heard me order before. When my boyfriend asks what kind of drink I want, I say something with a cherry in it.
Something with a cherry. All right, I need some ice.
It's tough to find a signature drink.
Yeah.
Dana, when you go to a bar, what's your drink that you always order?
Either Double Crown or Crown and Coke.
All right, Mike, what do you got?
Whiskey.
All right.
Just
What kind?
Scotch whiskey,
Okay.
preferably from the island of Isla.
Oh, you go point. And Alanna, what do you get?
Something with a cherry in it.
Point.
Something with the cherry. in
Or
it.
a tequila soda.
What's yours?
Me?
Yeah.
So this past weekend it was a gin and tonic. The week before it was just tequila with a little bit of pineapple.
Mm.
Delicious. Rodney, what's your go-to?
Man, I don't know if I have a go-to. It's usually Jameson and ginger. That's something that I order quite a bit. But I've been making this martini with a gin martini with. I made it on the show, my little one-off show the other day, and it's got Grand Marnier instead of like vermouth. So
Yeah.
no, wrong one.
I was just testing it out.
Diva Point is A, and Pearly Moment is D. In case we have one of those, and I guess we just did. So
A pearly moment. Can I tell
That
you guys
was
a Paul Early story this week? So we're in our theater company theater collective meeting. Oh, ooh, this
Yay.
is yay!
okay, so just as a recap, so muddled,
Smells good.
muddled Angostura bitters, orange, and a cherry, and then I put ice in the glass and poured brandy. So that's why I called it a fashionable brandy, because I chose to do brandy instead of
You're a
of
fine
whiskey.
girl.
So taste it, ladies. See what you.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. Yes. Unlike last night where Mike
Ooh.
was trying to drink all my whiskey.
Yum.
Oh, did y'all have a sleepover?
Yes. But hey, guess what, Adrian?
Yes, Mike.
I didn't hit the garage door.
Is that the video that you sent me?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I gotta tell you, when Mike sends videos to our group chat,
I
I
don't always
don't
click 'em.
watch.
Yeah, I don't always click them.
Because
Sometimes,
if there's anything I've learned is that we don't always share the same sense of humor.
or understanding.
If you when you send me any TikTok that has a singing hot dog in it, no. Stop.
What?
I am not entertained.
Right out.
Stop sending them.
Oh man, so sorry.
That's okay. I just learned to ignore them.
All
Okay.
right. So why, Alanna, do you think that you're on today's episode, other than just fabulosity?
I have two suspicions.
Okay.
One is that I recently moved in with one of the hosts of this show.
I'm sorry.
Who's that?
That wasn't. Can we back up and edit that? That wasn't supposed to.
Don't make it weird.
Oh,
Don't make it weird.
it's Diva Dads. That would be weird. Okay, so you moved in with one of the hosts, and we assume it's the lovely lady to your right.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
correct.
Yes. Okay.
Yes, thank you.
The other
Yes.
suspicion is.
One time I drunkenly said something rather snarky about the show. It might have been a slew of snarky things.
Are you talking about the whiskey tasting?
Yes.
Yeah, that one that jumps to our mind.
I don't know why that. Yeah, that just popped right out of my mouth. Too. I
Yeah.
don't even know.
That's funny.
It's weird that we were thinking the same thing, Dana. Actually, it's because of her involvement in the production that we're about to put on, which is Willy Wonka Jr. What is your involvement? Like, what are you doing with Willy
I'm
Wonka?
making costumes,
Oh my gosh.
designing, picking, making some
That is
Yes.
so awesome.
costumes.
Which she also recently did for James and the Giant Peach Jr., which
Mhm.
if you saw those costumes, that cast looked lit.
They did.
Yeah,
they
Mike,
looked
did you
really
get to see that show?
I did.
He
I
did.
think I did.
Did he?
Not in
I think
between working. Like, did you actually go to
No, wait. I don't think. Did you see that show, or is that when you were sick?
Yeah.
Oh no, that's when I was sick. Yeah, that's right.
Dang.
Sad.
Was it?
Sad.
Mm,
Oh yeah.
you missed
probably
a
was.
really good performance.
Diva point.
No, I'm sorry. I did see James. It was Tuck.
It
Everlasting. I
was
couldn't.
tough. Oh, shame on
You
you.
didn't see.
Yep.
What?
I didn't get no. Well,
You know-
no, I take that back. I was there Thursday.
He just keeps making all.
Masked
Oh, that's
up,
Oh,
He
you're
did-
right.
Yeah. And he cried
and I cried.
because
Good.
he does.
Mm,
When Kate cries, it's actually Mike. When Mike cries, because
Mike
Mike cries all the time.
it does.
If I do say so myself, like these shows that we've been putting out so far, like we've been knocking them out. There's good stuff coming, and
Yeah.
Willy Wonka will be no different. I was talking to Scott Greer today because Parker is playing Charlie Bucket, which is really exciting. But with Parker, if you don't know, is type 1 diabetic, and he's going to spend the whole show talking about a lifetime supply of chocolate. There
Well-
was one little girl today because I passed out ice pops because we were doing the Candyman scene and they all are supposed to get lollipops. And I had one girl saying, "Well, I'm not supposed to have anything until my mom tells me it's okay." I said, "No problem. We'll run the lollipops by her." And I had ice pops and I was like, "If you can have one, like here's the ice pops." And we passed them out and we did the number. And I turned around and that little girl had 3 in her hand. And she goes, "Can I take these home?" And I was like, "What did you just tell me about your mother needing to approve your snacks?"
Well, and we also have a squirrel.
Who is allergic to nuts?
It's amazing.
No. That's
Yeah,
fantastic.
all-
super cute.
Prop nuts.
We
Prop
also
nuts.
scared her because she thought as a squirrel that she was going to have to handle like real nuts because in in the movie it's
How
the,
bad
the-
do you want the part, and what sort of
Yeah.
sacrifice are you willing to make?
in the movie it's the geese that lay the golden eggs, but in the show it's squirrels, and they weigh the nuts to decide if they're good or bad. But yeah, she thought she was going to have to handle actual nuts and she was a little terrified.
Poor thing.
That's
She's
fantastic.
cute. She's cute. So how do you feel about being on Diva Dads?
I'm excited. Rodney asked what kind of drinks I like. I just seems like a good
Anything with a
time.
cherry?
I did think of some nicer things to say about the show after the kind of maybe mean things that I said previously. Did make sure to have some compliments to pay you guys about it.
Fine.
Saw a couple of clips. No, she didn't see any clips.
No, I didn't
know.
see any clips. I just thought of nicer things to say.
100% knew that.
But you've joined us on Dads After Dark before, right?
Yeah, she got a blizzard. Compliments of Dana because
I did.
I gave what's her name, McFarlane.
Madeline.
Yeah, a
Dina.
Dina.
Yeah.
anyways, Venmo'd her some money for y'all to get a blizzard. But anyways, go ahead.
I do remember that. That's
Yeah.
very kind
So-
of you.
And that's
It
how you
wasn't-
repay the Diva Dads by
Blizzards?
no
Blizzards.
the Diva Dads give her blizzards. She gives us not
Great.
nice words.
Feedback.
Oh, that was feedback. You're right.
I accept it. I think that's fair.
I'm just
Also,
happy that you're
I
here,
didn't-
Alanna, for real.
I didn't
Same.
understand the thing with the blizzards until when I was homeless for a week and living with her in their old place. Dairy Queen is like right there because I was like, what is Madeline saying with blizzard? Because to me, Dairy Queens are always they're not like none of
Yeah.
them are convenient.
Mm-mm.
Less than a block away.
It was right there, so that made sense. Once I figured it out, I was like, oh, this is why blizzards are a thing, and they're great.
I love
They're great.
blizzards.
hmm
Yeah. What's your go-to blizzard flavor?
I like whatever the seasonal one is.
Nice. Rodney?
Oreo.
Dana?
Oreo.
Michael?
The chocolate covered cherry one.
Mm.
Interesting.
Dobby.
Butterfinger one.
Butterfinger.
I don't like
Yeah.
Butterfinger. Yeah,
I
the
used-
Butterfinger Blizzard with chocolate syrup.
Mm.
Either Butterfinger or the Heath bars were good.
Ooh,
Like,
yeah.
Oh,
like
I
the
love a
topping,
good Heath
yeah.
bar.
So it was
We
good.
could sell Heath bars, right? There's no peanut butter in
I
it.
think there's nuts in the
There's
toffee.
nuts in the toffee.
Yeah.
On top of the
Yeah.
toffee. Yeah.
Dang it. I did get permission from Shannon, though. She did say, if we're not doing peanuts just because of Lily, she was like, it's okay. They hide peanut butter in the house from her. So we could hide some peanut butter M&Ms in the theater. Sorry, Lily. All right. Who's got a question for Alanna?
I do.
I have,
Oh, go
I
ahead,
have a
Mike.
question.
No. You're about to talk, so let's. Yes, this
Oh.
might be the only chance you.
oh my
actually say
lord.
anything.
No. No, I have a question for the panel. The last thing I see is episode 38. There.
Stay on target. Does anyone have a question for Alanna?
Oh my god, dude.
Are you still looking for an outline?
Yes. Were y'all just
Mike-
joshing me?
Yes.
There's no
Oh.
outline. Oh my god, not tonight, dude. Come on.
Wow.
How can I even
You guys
work
didn't
in
make an
these
outline for my
conditions?
episode.
Nope.
Nope. This is what happens when
Okay.
you know, talk ill of the deep. No, I'm just kidding. I do have a serious question. I don't know this, and I'm sure our 4 concurrent viewers right now don't. Maybe they do.
Hi, Mom.
Do you have what? Hi, Mom.
She asked how she could watch.
Do you have an explanation of how you came to TTC?
You don't know this?
I don't know this. Oh wow, there's a story?
Yes. My very first show was Seussical. And Andrew Robler directed that one, and I had worked with him at This Is Water. I ran into him after This Is Water had closed, but before Seussical had started, and he told me that he was directing a musical at the theater company, and I had heard about it before, and I'd known people who had done shows, but like I don't do musicals. I don't sing. I don't really watch musicals. I didn't like them at the time. It was like not for me at all. And then after that, y'all made your season announcement, and Mamma Mia was one of the shows you were doing, which is like the one musical that I loved, and it's my favorite. So I was like, okay, well, maybe I should figure out how to do a musical. I didn't know how I felt about Seussical being my first musical, but Andrew encouraged me to audition, and I was still not really going to do it because I didn't want to. But then I met someone on Tinder.
Oh.
Who is a frequent performer on the TTC stage. And he really encouraged me to audition. I wanted to impress him and also hang out in his, space. His place seemed cool.
Dana trying to put the pieces
I
together.
am. I'm trying to figure this out, but keep going, please.
Oh,
Leave it out there.
I know. I'm excited for this journey.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
She swiped right on TTC.
Yeah, the very first musical I ever saw, like in person, was Anything Goes here.
Oh,
Hmm.
featuring.
That was a good show.
Featuring
Early.
who?
All early.
Early moment.
That was the Tinder dude?
No.
Oh.
No.
Okay.
No.
I think Anything Goes might have been my first one. What came in the order of things? Big or Anything Goes? Which one was
Big was
Anything
first.
Goes.
Big was first.
Big was first, Mike.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
So I think I saw Big first.
Yeah.
Because Jackson was in
Because
it.
Jackson Petty was in it.
Oh,
He was
Jackson.
stellar.
Well, that's cool. I didn't know that like you came to TTC because of a person that you were involved with. So interesting.
Hanging
But
out.
now look,
There were other reasons too, but
But that's the better part of the story.
yes.
yeah.
So you did Seussical. Did you do a show between Seussical and
My Fair Lady?
Mamma Mia?
Yeah.
My
Yeah, I
Fair
did My
Lady.
Fair
yeah, that's
Lady.
right. Yeah, I was
It's where
in
she
that.
met all you buffoons.
Mhm.
Yep.
Also, Terry said Chocolate Extreme is her blizzard of choice.
Mm.
Nice. Happy birthday, Terry.
Happy birthday,
birthday,
Terry,
Mom.
and we didn't ask. So I think I'll hear
You're
about
on a
that
list.
one.
You're on a
Terry.
list, man.
So your first experience with Seussical,
Mhm.
that was a different one because you knew Andrew, so you'd worked with him before,
Mhm.
but it was definitely a big kid show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was a really good experience. I think that was the first time I'd ever sung in front of people before. It was my audition for that show. I had never ever sung in front of other humans before. Like I don't even like I didn't sing in the car with my parents. Like never. I picked my audition song that day because I still was kind of on the fence like the morning of. But it was really fun. The kids blew me away. I think I cried in auditions when Henry Bradford sang his audition song. Their talent and their work ethic and their attention to detail, like their capability was just like mind-boggling to me.
Yeah, I
Because
agree
before
too.
that,
Like what was the show we just did with a bunch of kids? Was it Tuck? Yeah, with several kids. Tuck. I was in Tuck
And
with
Chase and the
several
Giant
kids.
Peach.
Is my point. And
Yes.
every stinking one of them was just as they're kids backstage having fun, but on stage it's like bam, like a switch is flipped, and I'm looking at them like in my scene, like I don't know how you're doing this right now. I don't even know what I'm supposed to be doing right now. But that was most of the show.
Speaking of Henry Bradford, whenever he was in as Hugo,
Yes,
was pretty mind blowing. Like,
yeah, that was amazing.
impressive.
I mean, what's interesting and what I liked about that, Adrian, quite honestly, was that we did have different feel to the scene when those others were plugged in at those different scenes, but it wasn't better, worse, whatever. Like it was just different in a very good way. And yeah, Henry was nothing but professional. He's amazing. So when you came in and saw those kids act like, is that where you were like, yeah, I think I could be here for a while, or like how did that work?
I think
out
so,
inside?
because I had come from This Is Water, which was a professional theater. We got paid, we had contracts, and it very much functioned in that way. And there was not really much of a difference in my experience going from
Diva point.
fine, yeah, I'll take it. Great. The way that the kids behaved in rehearsals, I mean, other than like regular kid behavior, but like the precedent that they set, the expectations that Andrew had for them, like it was like working with a bunch of tiny professionals. It was amazing. When things got messy and I was like, oh, okay, yeah, this is a community theater, was when I did a mostly adult show. I was like, oh yeah, okay.
She's talking about you three.
Y'all are chaotic.
What did
Great.
we do?
My Fair Lady.
Oh, oh yeah,
Not y'all specifically, just like
yeah,
a cast of adults.
Unruly.
Yeah, that's the word.
But
That
then
cast was unruly.
I was like, this is gonna be awesome. I think I found a home when I ran into all you ruffians. I was like, this is what I've been missing in my life. Yeah. Sorry, go ahead. I don't know why I sounded so passionate about it, but yeah.
It was very passionate.
Yeah. Okay.
My mother, I guess we can get to this. My mom is sent in a question.
Okay.
She says, can you compare high school dance experiences? So,
Oh, so yeah. Go ahead.
well, Alanna and I have a lot in common.
Quite.
I feel like there needs to be a costume change here.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Ready?
Okay.
Break.
Costume change.
Uh-oh.
No way.
Yeah, I saw this coming together.
Oh my
and
goodness, no way. That's amazing. I love you guys so much. You're so awesome. Oh, look at there. Showing,
Dance team.
look at there.
Uh-oh, that's awesome.
Just amazing.
Wow, did you see how sassy they got when they put those jackets on?
Mhm.
Like Rizzo. Now it's our turn to rule the school.
We're silver dancers, and the silver dancer never leaves us. So if what you don't know, and what I didn't know, when did we find this out about each other? That we both grew up in San Antonio.
Like in the
I
last
found it
2
out-
year?
Well, I've only known her since
It was last year.
No, it was
my-
it was longer ago than that.
No.
But I had actually seen Alanna before because I would go to all the This Is Water shows.
Yeah, I remember running into you after one of them, and I knew who you
Yeah.
were. Like we were Facebook friends, but
Yes.
we'd never like met in real life, really.
The one where I was like, oh my gosh, this bitch is funny, is Complete Works of William Shakespeare Abridged, which also had Jessica Lemons. That was hysterical. I think Roger was there the night that we were there, and we were just dying laughing. It was so well done. But yeah, so I'd seen Alanna before. She comes to the theater company, and at some point in the last couple of years, we put together that not only did we both grow up in San Antonio.
I know exactly when I put it all together.
Oh, when?
A few weeks into dating the boy I met on Tinder. I found out that you were his ex, and so
Oh, okay. I got you. Go ahead.
I did some Facebook research and was like, oh, she's from San Antonio. And I was like, oh, she went to my high school. Oh, she was also on the same dance team I was on. Okay.
See, like we said, a lot in common.
That's
Uh,
crazy.
and crazy, Mike. I know, crazy. But here's the thing: San Antonio, huge city, millions of high schools, like so many high schools. This was not just like any high school. This was a really
I would say
tiny
it was
Catholic
tiny,
school.
yes, tiny Catholic private high school.
Yes, like my graduating class was literally 100 or 101. Like that's what was
mine
yours?
was like 250-ish.
Wow. So yeah, we are silver dancers. Yeah, and also her younger sister Erin was also a silver dancer. So yeah, high school experience. I can tell you that when I was a junior and senior, we were the class that it was our fault that uniforms were implemented. And my senior year, myself and my friend Sandy were the reason that then there became rules about socks, because you only had to wear the uniform, but the only freedom that you had was socks and shoes, but you had to wear knee-high socks. So we had rainbows, unicorns, like anything that we could possibly have, really obnoxious socks. And
we
then,
had 3 sock colors we
yeah,
could wear.
I'm sorry. I'm not kidding. That was our fault. That was our fault that they suddenly had uniform socks because we abused our freedom.
How strict were they about y'all's skirt lengths?
Really strict the second year we had them, but the first year it was like, ooh, it took a lot of work to get us to comply with just the uniforms in general.
Yeah.
But can I tell you what the dress code was before the uniform? You could no jeans. You had to wear khaki pants or shorts. And you had to wear a collared shirt. So like no t-shirts, no tank tops. It had to have a collar on it, which was just the most so random that was the rule. But yeah, and then uniforms happened and yay.
I liked the uniforms. I thought those were cute.
It took us a while to get used to it, but then once you kind of embraced it, it was like, oh, you didn't have to think about anything else. You just had to put on the dang uniform.
I just had to pick what sock skirt color combo I wanted.
Oh my
I
gosh,
feel
look
like-
at your shirt. Where'd you get that shirt? Like you don't deal with
Exactly.
that crap anymore. Yeah. That's
My
cool.
mom wants to know if you were a dance officer.
I was not. I auditioned, and they had like auditions and then an interview, and my interview went really well. But a bunch of I auditioned going into my senior year, and a bunch of the sophomores going into their junior year were just way better dancers than me. so they all got to be officers.
Like, how did you get involved with dance as a kid or whatnot? Like, how did that happen for you?
My mom is a wonderfully talented pianist, and she wanted to teach me to play piano. And she tried, bless her, she tried very hard. But I would not listen to her because she was my mom, not my piano teacher. So I didn't want to sit with my back straight. I didn't want to hold my hands like there were bubbles underneath them. I didn't want to sit still. I didn't want to do any of that. So she put me in ballet classes instead.
And you thrived.
Solid deal.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
My ballet teacher was the same woman for 10 years. Super strict, the kind who had the like yardstick that she would like bang on the floor. But kind
Not
and
your
wonderful
hands?
too.
Not your hands.
Not my hands. No.
No, that was
She wasn't the
that was
one.
in school.
No,
At the
that was
Catholic
mine.
school.
Sister Mary Alexandrine.
We didn't have any nuns at Antonia when I was there.
We had one my freshman year, and then we had 2 priests, and then Deacon Hilbert.
I love Deacon.
Love
Hilbert.
Deacon Hilbert. Did y'all have meditation?
Yes.
Oh my God!
Just weekly nap time.
Yes, we would have meditation in high school one day, and then it was like the last 20 minutes of class, and he would lead you through guided meditations, and you would get this mid-afternoon nap. It was amazing.
Yeah, which is so funny because I remember him. I love him, but I also remember him discussing things that were like not forbidden, but like things that you as young Catholics shouldn't do. And one of them was yoga. Like, be wary of yoga. You don't want to like get connected to the spirit, whatever. I also talked about tarot then, and that's when I was like, maybe I want to be a tarot card reader. That sounds cool.
Deacon, he just retired this year along with Mrs. Segura.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, who was algebra teacher for like years, but then she was one of the deans.
That's right.
Do you remember Mrs. Palermo? Was she there? She was the dean of students.
She was never my teacher, but I remember her.
She was like my buddy for years.
Yeah.
She actually came to see, I think it was South Pacific. Like she came to see
Really?
a show at one point. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. It was a lot of fun. So yeah. Any questions about our high school experience, guys?
No, I'm good. I don't know, Mike. You have a question?
You don't want to know how many national championship patches are on my jacket?
No,
I
how
left the
many?
national championship jacket at home. Thank
We
you. I
take
was
it.
asking for
It's-
that.
Yeah, I was actually admiring the patches. They're very.
I have
nice.
more in my I have more in my pocket that I never
Ooh.
actually attached.
Wow.
I found it when I found the jacket.
I was also
Oh.
noticing that there's 11-year span between the two of you.
Does it have the
Is that
graduating
like
years
a-
on there?
Hey,
So is
Rodney,
it a
I didn't
different
hear
school-
that.
Is it a
Could you
different?
speak
Is it
closer
a
to
different
the mic
school now?
or something?
Is it a different school? Like did they update it? Like they had the internet when you were there, right?
Yeah.
We actually got internet when I was there.
What's internet?
What's the internet?
Oh gosh. Yeah, that like a computer class like was implemented at one point when I was in school. Yeah.
Yep.
I'm old.
Served you well.
Thanks. Really
Um,
didn't.
Morgan Craig.
How? So you guys have been roomies
Mhm.
for the past how long?
3 weeks, maybe a month.
Almost a month.
Almost
Yeah, a month this weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how are things?
Great.
Our stove is a little.
It gasped when I walked in there today. I turned one of the knobs and I think it is actually off now.
Yeah. That's
Mm.
that's our only
Hey,
issue.
dads,
though.
I have a question.
Oh.
Sounds like
Uh-oh.
you should call your landlord.
We did,
Well,
and
he-
she sent out the handyman,
John, very nice.
but
Loves
he
my
just
dog.
Is he
so the
sexy?
knobs on the stove,
Literally just came right off.
yes,
clean?
and it's a gas stove. So he just glued them all back on, and I was like, cool. That
Glued the knobs back on?
Yes.
To the stove.
No,
Yes.
no, you have to be able to remove them to clean under them.
Well, the problem is you can't tell when they're on. It's like it's not okay. We're looking into it though. Don't think that we're gonna.
Okay. It's like you
maybe let's
turn
like
it and
not
you're
light
like,
any candles until
Yeah,
we
that's exactly
figure
what I was
out if the
thinking. No
stove is
candles,
off or
yeah.
on.
no.
Yeah, I mean we went and cooked today.
I
So
slept
he's-
well last night, and I don't know why. Well, I'll tell you why.
How did your ratatouille turn out today?
It was pretty good.
Ooh,
I
you
wouldn't
made
call it
ratatouille?
ratatouille. I made lazy. These are the ingredients I have, and it'll kind of look like ratatouille.
Gotcha.
Nice.
I had an eggplant.
You had an eggplant, a ratatouille makes like that.
Are you
That's
gonna
all.
hold that mic closer to
Yeah, you
your
wanna-
face because I can't hear you?
That's inappropriate.
Um,
So-
so all you really need is an eggplant?
No,
I don't know these things. I've seen Ratatouille, but it's
egg-
mostly about a rat.
The musical?
Yeah, no, I haven't seen the musical.
It was
neither
great.
have I.
eggplants, tomatoes, zucchini.
Yep.
Squash.
Mhm.
And yellow squash.
I didn't have the
Yeah.
yellow squash.
Son of a
Mm.
blinky.
That's why I said.
We did
So-
have a lovely housewarming party that Rodney attended.
I did. It was great.
Yeah, we were all very tired because it was like post weekend one. of it should have
Weekend
been
one,
done.
yeah. So right
Yeah.
at the end of Tech
We're
Week, yeah.
Very, very tired, but it was very lovely
It's very
to
laid
have
back.
everybody. Yes,
Mhm.
very
Yeah,
laid back, very casual.
officially, I did not come because I had just gotten my MRI, and that for my knee that I injured during tuck, and then I had, as I stated, tried to cut my thumb off. I would have been no help to you. I would have just sat around and watched you guys do all the work. So
That's what I did.
That's what we did.
Yeah.
Actually, when they moved, we were building that monstrosity that's on stage right
It's
now.
Oh,
I
that's
didn't get to
true.
help.
Yeah. No, but for the party, we made a pretty lit cheese plate.
Yes,
Yeah.
I made some very potent sangria.
Oh, that was good. That was really good. And yeah, we had a nice evening. It was good.
Yeah, it was really fun.
What is something you've learned about me since we have moved in together?
You do dishes really quickly. Like you're not a let it soak person at all. It's immediate. It's nice. It's challenged me.
Oh,
I'm like, I've gotta clean my I do dishes. I thought I did them quickly. It's like, no, you got as soon as you're done, maybe even before you eat your food, wash your dishes.
Her food just hovers above the
My-
plate.
She just
My mom
spoons
will
the
be-
ladle right into her mouth. It's like, crap, I just dirtied the ladle. Yeah.
Darn it.
I think it's been a really long time since I've lived with somebody.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
So I think I'm just I'm trying to be proactive of like, don't leave a mess. I got cat litter today. Okay.
Oh, yay.
How are the animals interacting with one another?
Much better, actually. It took a while. My cat, I did not socialize her as a young kitten. And she's a bitch. She loves me very much.
I think she likes me.
Yeah. She likes Aaron, my boyfriend, but most everyone else she hates. But she has left my room finally on her own. She and Coco were kind of playing earlier,
Coco-
like chasing each other around.
Coco is like a cat girl. Like she loves cats. And I think her feelings are really hurt that she hasn't made contact. Today, Scarlett came out of the room. And so I sat in the hallway where Scarlett came out and Coco just sat next to me with her tail wagging like, oh my God, is she going to be my friend
she's
today?
out here.
She's going to be my friend today. But then Annie came in and ruined everything.
Of course.
Yeah. Olive, my older cat, is just so dang senile. I don't even think she realizes there's another cat in the house.
Does she even
No.
know that she's in a different place?
I mean, she found the sink, which is where she will sit until someone runs the faucet for her.
I don't ever see her anywhere but in the sink in the bathroom. I only see her there.
And she's shocked anytime someone comes in and she screams at you like,
Yeah, I go to
"What?"
brush my teeth in the morning and Olive's just sitting in the sink with these big old eyes screaming at me like, how dare you come in here?
This is my space. And Annie, I think she's spooked by Scarlett. So they're not getting along so well yet. But it just takes time.
They'll get there.
Coco's down. She wants to hang.
She's down to clown.
She
Very
is. She
clever.
just wants to make friends.
Nice.
We've got chickens outside.
We
Not
do have
ours.
chickens. I kind of have I don't like them, and it's only because the person who owns the chickens was rude to Coco once. So
Mhm.
heck him, heck his chickens.
Granted, my dad did just let Coco run wild, like right up to their porch.
Still,
but
heck him.
yeah.
I mean, but did the dog like take a dump in the yard or something like that, or just?
No, she just wanted to
No.
say hi.
Well,
She has
then-
manners.
Then what's the problem?
She's
Yeah.
also like this big. Like what? She's so cute.
Mike,
She's like a rodent of unusual
Yeah.
you got a
size.
question for Alana?
I have a
understood
two-part
it.
question. Yes,
Great.
I do.
Is it from the outline?
Yes.
Right.
Mhm. I had to use whiteout though. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, so two-part question. All right, Alana, who was the person that invited you to the Topo Cheek Bros out of
Oh my-
all the group here?
Diva
that-
point.
That was you.
It's the Let's Talk About Mike
I
segment.
know. If you have a question for Alana, yes, let me redirect that at me.
Oh.
What's the second
And-
part, Mike?
Okay, well, this is towards her. Who gave the best ever show buddy gift ever since the history of
Me.
TTC?
It was me.
Nathan Ledlow. Shout out. Just kidding.
I'm not wearing it right now, but David Nathan gave me a Topo Chico hat,
Nice.
Yes, he did.
and it's glorious.
Can we talk about the topo shortage?
Yes,
What
I
is
was
going
just,
on?
I actually just came to the realization.
I'm kind of
that
really. I'm not thinking about it because I'm stressed.
I was supposed to
Scared.
top y'all's drink with sparkling water, like I have it back there, but it's not Topo. It's the HEB 18 whatever,
Which is not
I mean,
terrible.
and whatever. But you know,
So yeah, I hope where did Nanette said the Kroger on Rock Prairie has plenty. But I tried to replenish a concession stand the other day. Sam's was completely out.
HEB was completely out. I
Yeah,
was
we're
going to
just
stop.
seeing the effects of supply chain from
Yeah.
COVID,
Mhm.
and I mean, you look at a car lot, car dealership,
Oh,
and there's like
so empty.
a third of cars that should be there. Yeah, it's crazy.
They're also to Coca-Cola bought Topo Chico a few years ago,
I didn't know
and
that.
so
Oh,
Coca-Cola
this
now.
isn't new.
Oh yeah, no, it's not new, but anyway, they so prior to that, Topo Chico, I forget what like what it is, but it's a chemical like PFTE or something like that, or PFTA. And I guess Topo Chico had like a high concentration of this chemical, and so the Coca-Cola brand has kind of like done its best to take all the chemicals out of it or something. So I don't know. That could have something to do with it too. Who knows? Y'all are all looking at me intently.
Yeah, well, you're actually.
I was trying to
talking
keep my
about
eyes from
something.
glazing over because you were talking about science. So I was like,
Words were coming out your mouth. It's weird.
So with the newness still, I guess, of you being into musicals, what has been your, in the last 2.5, 3 years, your favorite musical that you've seen?
ooh. Honestly, I mean, I haven't seen that many. Most of them have been musicals here at TTC. Sunday in the Park with George was.
And so just for you guys' benefit that are going to be listening,
I was amazed.
hold on a second, because what happened was you said what I really liked about it or whatever, and you froze for like
That's 'cause-
15 seconds. So can you please start over Sunday in the Park with George?
It was amazing.
Okay.
You cried.
I cried. It was so good. One of the hesitations that I had with getting into musicals was that I took acting classes in college. I got my minor in theater.
Diva point.
It's just a fact.
Diva point.
Oh, you're gonna hit that button a lot more times for the rest of these sentences,
I
probably.
love it.
Musicals felt, in terms of acting, felt too easy. Like it felt not cheap is not the right word, but like so much of the emotion is given to you in the songs that it's not really an acting challenge. But everyone in Sunday in the Park with George, the vocal talent, the music, everything was great, but the acting, I was actually able to shine through in ways that I think it normally isn't in most standard musicals. I feel like a lot of times you're doing like character or caricature acting, and that was not the case in that show. It was beautiful. It was authentic. It was so good, and the music was amazing, but also gave room for the actors to actually act, which was beautiful.
The boatman was amazing.
Yes.
Diva point.
Like,
He was.
Diva point.
What was your favorite part, Dana?
Yeah, Dana, what was your favorite part of that show? Give us a
Um,
synopsis.
I actually think my favorite part of that show was Dobson, when you and Paul were like, he was busy
Early moment.
busy with his stuff, and you were singing to him like so frustrated and whatnot. Is that right? And no, didn't there a scene where you're
Yes.
like singing to him and you're like
Yes.
frustrated with him? Like,
Yeah, I do that most times. I sing with Paul. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Yeah, that's not acting. That's just like
I don't know. There was something like,
release.
I did see the majority of the show. We're not gonna rehash all that, but the point is, like, yeah, that moment was like, there was a moment specifically that I in my head is embedded, that it was a beautiful, it was painful moment, but it was a beautiful
It's
moment.
rough.
Like, it was so good.
Yeah. I know which one you're talking about, and it's the scene where she's pregnant and leaving him.
Yes, thank you.
And it's so brilliantly written as an argument, because they're basically just begging each other to fight for each other. And there's a line that would just like rip through me every time, because he's basically like, I can't do anything. It doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't matter what I say. And she says, yes, you could tell me not to go.
Yeah.
Tell me not to leave. And it's just this like heart-wrenching pleading moment for her, and it ripped me apart every time.
So there's a stupid pop song, like "Just Give Me a Reason" with Pink and Matt. What's his name?
I
from
love
Fun.
that song.
I love that song, but that is what that reminds me of. Like that kind of back and forth, and well, we're not really communicating. We're not really telling each other what we think or feel, and it was, yeah.
I just had a realization. I've been working, obviously on next season and trying to maneuver dates and figure everything out. Y'all, I don't have any Sondheim. What am I gonna do?
There has to be one, so just fix it. Thank you. All right.
Let's just
Or we could have a season where no one fights over who gets to be in the Sondheim show and just have like a pleasant
Oh.
audition process.
or why break from
Diva
tradition?
Girl, you are not kidding. There is something about that man that makes everybody lose their mind.
we could do a Sondheim review.
There is a Sondheim thing called Putting It Together, but I can't remember if that was. I don't know. I'll have to look at it again. We're due for some Sondheim because we didn't do any last season.
So literally, it's been 3 years since Sondheim.
Shiza, gotta rethink everything. Actually, I think
Well,
I
it
know what I
will have
want to
been
do.
3 because I just got the like we would have just closed Sunday 2 years
Yep.
ago.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
2
My
years
heart.
ago. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. Because I got it on my time hop.
Ugh. I don't always look at that because every time I do, it's something sad.
I don't know what. I guess I'll give you a burn because you
Diva
just burned yourself. Sorry, it makes you
No,
sad.
I'm just saying.
We need a.
I think I have that saved in GarageBand for later, so I got you. I got you. No, it's like shows that make me sad. Actually, okay, so the Sunday thing did come up in a time hop the other day. Because this woman Miriam, who is a big supporter, like she comes to all the shows, but she likes the artistic shows. Like she likes the stuff that we do. It's a little weird.
Me too.
And yeah, me too. But she wrote a letter to the editor at the Eagle, and we posted it on the theater company page because she was like, "This is ridiculous." It's honestly echoing what Jennifer Hargis said about It Should Have Been You. That like it's ridiculous that there's as few people as there are seeing this show. Like it deserves better than that. But that's our struggle with any show that's not jazz
Mainstream.
hands.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a struggle. But what we're gonna keep fighting that struggle.
Mm-hmm.
But like it's the same. It's the same problem on Broadway. I mean, It Should Have Been You only ran for what, like 4 months?
Yeah, not great.
Yeah. So I mean, it's a great show, and it
Mhm.
had Tyne Daly as its star. I mean, that's a veteran actress.
Tuck Everlasting only ran for 26 weeks. Like, and they
Yeah,
were
but
done.
Tuck Everlasting had a lot of issues on Broadway.
Yeah. But
That
point is-
production, the writing is beautiful. The music is amazing. Their production tried to like take a very specific Disney stance, but it couldn't compete with Disney.
Yeah.
So they just the production design was interesting, which I was really intimidated by when we did it, because when we attempted it, when we did it, suddenly we had no budget, and this, beautiful set that Zach and Camilla had created, we weren't going to be able to do. And I was really nervous, but then it didn't matter, because you strip it of all the like crazy sets and you have these
great
wonderful
story.
characters and story to
Great
focus
story.
on. So it helped.
Yep.
In my
It
opinion.
actually kind of reminded, the way that we stripped it down reminded me of like Foo Fighters, right? And David Grohl comes out with just his guitar, strips
Aaron just woke up
everything
somewhere.
down,
Yeah, let me check my phone. He's probably awake now.
and just sings with the guitar. Like there's no huge production. There's not all the
Unplugged.
distraction ish.
We were
and
Broadway unplugged.
It's fantastic, and I think I felt that with the show, that there wasn't.
You felt like Dave Grohl?
No, God, I wish, but no, I
Diva
just
point.
oh,
Diva burn.
it's
As a
just
double.
everything. Give me an
Double
applause.
hit.
So, anyways, move on, whatever. You guys,
Okay, but speaking of Dave Grohl, so there is another roommate.
He has a key.
He does have a key.
He's not a roommate.
He's not. No, okay, no, he's not a roommate.
He has to learn to put his used cups away before. There's steps.
I'm pretty sure I still have a wine glass on the bookshelf.
That's fine. You pay rent.
That's true. So yes, let's talk about this other person though that is in our
It's my
house a lot.
boyfriend, Aaron, my hunky
Yay.
boyfriend.
is he there?
Hey, Aaron.
He's not here
Um,
right now.
Oh.
Why isn't he here, Alana? Actually, we don't have to
Yeah,
say
we
why
don't
he's
have to
not
talk
here.
about that.
But he's
Let's-
not.
He had a
indisposed.
long day.
He had a long day. We were open to having him as a cameo tonight because what's he doing next?
He's gonna be Willy Wonka.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
gonna be great.
He's thrilled. He's very excited. Willy Wonka is actually a dream role of his. When he
No
lists his
way.
dream roles, it's Willy Wonka and Bert from
Mary Poppins.
Right.
Yes,
Poppins.
which he's already done. So
Oh,
he's very excited.
he's on probation with his cane use, because he did almost take out some children yesterday. So yeah, the cane is dangerous apparently.
They're frozen again.
Frozen.
And it's like at the most inopportune times. And yeah, that picture is look at Adrian. She's just not impressed with whatever Rodney's trying to say.
Nope.
So, I wonder if they can hear us.
I
So
don't
if
know
they
if
can
they
hear
can.
us, this is fantastic because they're gonna
I
come back
couldn't
in.
see
Oh,
anything.
You're probably frozen.
Yeah, I'm probably frozen.
Yeah,
I'm
you're
probably
frozen.
Okay.
Definitely
So
And
the
I can't
spotlight
wait
would
for you
com-
guys to hear that when you're dusting off the audio for the podcast.
so the spotlight would completely blind me, and so I would swing my cane out, and I'm right in front of the curtain, so I know I'm not very far from people, but my eyes adjusted just enough to see the horror in this guy's face. Like, ah!
Wait, so what character was this?
This was Lotta Lord and James and the Giant Peach.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
That was for the audience who didn't hear all that earlier.
Oh,
So-
yeah, I get to open the show and that show. So yeah.
Caden
Rodney,
point-
and I don't want you were fantastic in that role. Just FYI,
It was.
you got
You're
to
not-
probably just throw it all out there too and just be a goof.
I did. It was fun.
What did Caden point out to you?
So Caden pointed out to us after the show closed that on the character shots, whenever Karen put them together, there must have his name auto-corrected to landlord.
Yeah.
Which is about right. You know.
I
But
would
yeah,
be the
with
worst
Aaron-
landlord.
It's the complication of the cane, and this is something I will never understand, is being so tall and so lanky. He doesn't have control of his limbs.
He
Like,
really
just
doesn't.
doesn't.
No.
That's gotta suck.
He's very tall and very skinny, and he flails a lot. When he gets excited, it's just limbs everywhere.
Crazy inflatable waving arm dude.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Yes, down at the tire shop. This guy.
Do we think he's awake?
I checked that he was breathing before I left.
With a mirror.
So tell us a little bit about his costume.
So he loves Prince. That Prince is his go-to. Any Prince song is his go-to karaoke.
Good for him.
He loves Prince. So his outfit is definitely going to be Prince inspired. He also loves Vans sneakers, so I think I'm going to put him in Vans instead of dress shoes, which he's thrilled about. I tried to put him in Converse, and he threw kind of a fit. I wish I had the Diva Point button then, because I found these perfect like purple and yellow Converse that was his size just sitting in the men's dressing room when I walked in there yesterday. They were
I think they were from Big.
they were there should have been like a spotlight and like an angel chorus sound on them. I was like, oh my god, they're perfect. And I like ran in the theater and I was like, look what I found, and he goes,
Another Converse.
Chucks.
Nobody wants chucks anymore.
You should have told me. I would have said Diva.
Well, you
Now
do
I
know
know.
Vans land upright like a cat every time you throw them, so chucks don't.
I didn't know that.
Pretty cool. I don't know why.
The more you know.
Now I feel like Mike just throwing stuff out there that matters.
No
not
one
to anyone.
understands.
Oh, hey, Mike.
I am gonna go home and throw my Vans and see what happens.
Nobody cares.
Just make a whole bunch of TikTok videos of them landing straight.
Make a whole
like,
bunch of TikTok
yes,
videos.
finally.
Don't take that idea, Mike. I'm gonna do it.
Put them in our chat, and nobody sees them.
Yeah.
Yep.
I won't see it.
I'm just kidding. I at least click on them once.
I don't. Alanna, do you have any questions for the Diva Dads?
I have a question for Alanna. Do you change your oil now after you got the advice from the
Yes,
Diva
I actually
Dads?
need to get my oil change now. It comes so fast.
It does.
The 3 months or how many miles is it?
3,000.
3,000.
Yeah. It happens so quickly.
What
Like I
year
feel
is
like
your
I
car?
just did it. It's a 2016.
It
No,
may
you
actually
could probably go about
you'll probably get
5,000.
5 or 6,000.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
With
Just
synthetic
wait
oil.
till the light comes on.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You're good.
the
That's
light?
what I do. There should be a change oil light on your car. Unless it's like
Would that just be with like the rest of the things that light up?
Uh-huh.
Oh my goodness.
I wish I could show you guys my car. It's a 2016, so it's not old. But the thing is,
The first time I saw you back up out of the driveway at your old place, I literally screamed. I think I was FaceTiming with Carrie and I was like, her bumper. And Carrie's like, it's just like that. Because I thought it was about to just come off. It was just waving.
So I hit an armadillo on the highway like 2 years ago, and that loosened the bumper quite a bit, and it's just deteriorated ever since. And what really did so I fixed it myself with some epoxy. I was very proud of myself. But then it froze and was like, well, I was actually in Colorado where it was like it was in the negatives, and epoxy just doesn't do well in cold temperatures. So my front bumper is falling off, and it looks worse than it is. People stop me all the time. Like whenever I'm like at a stoplight or in a parking lot, just like sitting in my car, it's very likely that a man will be like, your bumper. I know.
Get some red duct tape
That's tacky.
from the underneath.
You know what you should get? You should get one of those imperial red stickers.
Oh,
some
this
people
guy.
put them on like the hood of their car, but you can actually put it on your bumper and like
Mhm.
stick it up, and it looks like you meant to.
Yeah.
Man,
I
it's
just
been a
wanna
long
point
time
out
since
that you
I've seen
said
someone.
it looked pretty sick. So
I did.
It's been a long time since Scott and Kim Greer, they came in today with Parker and his medal from his ice skating competition. And they were some proud parents, but they didn't have the amount of pride that Dana had when he showed me the pictures of his car.
Diva burn.
Because the people that wrapped your car in vinyl shared the photos on their own Facebook page, and that was pride. That is what
Diva
Alex.
So,
point.
as I
that
stated
was
at the
what
beginning
Hamilton was
of the
talking
show,
about with
Riley May has
Theodosia.
stopped by today. O'Reilly, that was the O'Reilly.
Oh,
That was-
O'Reilly.
Which
Why
he
have
writes
we
on that
not
now.
done that?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's fantastic. She stopped by and to pick up a package, but point is, I like before she left, I was like, "Do you want to see my car?" Like and then as it left my mouth, I was like, "What the hell is wrong with you, dude?" Like,
It's who you are. We accept
Ugh.
it.
It's okay.
it is sick, but whatever. Anyways.
Can we really quickly talk? So I don't know if that was the same day or the other day, but Dana came into the theater after possibly suffering heat stroke,
Yeah.
but was convinced he was about to have a heart attack.
So when I started getting dizzy and blacking out when I was mowing the lawn in 98 degrees or whatever it was, I ran out of gas in the weed eater, and I was like, "Oh my god, I feel like I'm gonna die." And I looked at my Fitbit, and it was like 158 was my heart rate, and I was like, "That's a little high." So, but I just need to refill the gas and finish this last little part, and I'll be fine. Oh my god, like I thought I was gonna die. I started getting chills, and I'm hot, and then clam. It was bad. It was probably not good for my body. But I
You remember-
had a job to do for the theater and the sacrifices. We've already talked about this in the show. Sacrifices you make for theater. So I worked box office and had a question about every person that passed through. Hey, Dobson, what do I do about this?
That is
Diva
true.
point.
There was a list of questions at one point.
Do you remember when you got a splinter during strike for Tuck?
Oh, yes.
I do.
The
Yes.
drama.
Oh,
The
my
drama.
God. What? So how are you supposed to grab? It was this thumb, too. This thumb is just, I just need to cut it off. Well, I tried to, but yeah. Yes, I do remember that. I felt like Peter Griffin. Ah.
How did he handle his
Ah.
splinter?
Not well.
You just leave.
No,
He just
didn't.
stood around with his thumb out until I went to go help him, and I couldn't find tweezers anywhere because I was just going to take it out. And then he gets his pocket knife out of his back pocket. He's like, "I'll just dig it out." And I was like, that's stupid. Like, run your hand under some hot water to like loosen it. It was a whole thing. I spent like 10 minutes with you, and I was like, I want to leave. I need to go get stuff done so that I can leave. And then I don't know how you resolved it. I abandoned you. I'm
He
sorry.
apparently tried to fix it by cutting his thumb off.
By
Yep.
making a margarita.
Yep.
I had
Throw
10
that sucker
minutes
in the
of, like-
ice shaver and clean it right up.
I had 10 minutes of shits to give about your splinter, and I ran out.
You know what, though, Alanna? I appreciate you giving a shit.
I did
She
try.
did.
No one else tried.
No, and you were
I
trying
wouldn't-
with the
I didn't
plastic
try.
tweezers and the med kit. So I mean, that was some
Yeah.
dedication because I could tell when you were like looking like, oh, and okay, give me your thumb. And I was like, this shit ain't gonna work. It's not gonna work.
I just remember
It's just
walking
so
through the lobby
small.
multiple times, and it every time I walked by. Okay, we're still dealing with the splinter. Okay, I'm gonna come back. Okay, splinter is still in. Yeah, it was an ordeal.
It sucked. It was a
Who
big
wa-
chunk when we got it out though. It hurt, but whatever.
Who was it that asked you if you built the set for It Should Have Been You?
Oh my god, that was so funny. Who did that?
I don't remember, but I was like, no. Who was that?
No, what was so funny is I immediately walked into Red Theater and I was like, "Hey guys, someone just asked if Dana built the set," and the entire Red Theater just erupts into laughter.
That's awesome. Oh, there's so much
said
love
that?
to go around.
That was great. That was great.
Mm.
Okay, so I'm wearing this. Shout out Dustin Kemp for designing our It Should Have Been
Yeah.
You shirts.
Mhm.
We're discussing our merchandise for Willy Wonka, and the kids have specifically requested bucket hats.
They're
Weird,
genius.
Bucket
They're
hats?
bucket hats.
but I
Charlie
don't think
bucket.
it. But it wasn't that. But
was
They
just
just
because
wanted bucket
they
hats.
just wanted bucket
They
hats
just
because
wanted to
it's
look
cool.
like the band members of Lit.
I don't know. To me,
Who?
bucket hats came
Sorry,
back in. No, I got you. I got you.
Adrian knows.
Weirdos. Oh my gosh. But Kate Mitchell will get this. But bucket hats, I feel like, came back into my life with last year's Roni with Leah McSweeney, which you're going to be getting into the Real Housewives of New York. You're already kind of there.
I don't want to watch it without you.
No, I know.
I thought about it, and I'm like, no,
Aw.
Adrian's not home.
No,
I need to wait.
we're going to be in from
That's
the
so
beginning.
sweet.
Aaron was invested too. It's
Yeah.
really good.
I thought he was going to be judgmental about it, but he
It
had
also-
opinions.
Oh, come on, Aaron.
No, it doesn't take much to get him intrigued. Like, he came in when we started Downton Abbey.
Mm-hmm.
You'd never seen it before, and he was gone. And then I came home yesterday, and you were like into season 2, and he came back, and he was like, "Wait, what happened to that guy? Oh, did he die? He's in."
Oh, I hate that guy. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, first Downton Abbey, and then Real Housewives of New York.
Very similar.
Very
Dana,
similar.
Have you been watching Bad Batch?
What is that?
Yes. Oh my God.
So good.
Oh my. Like
bad?
at one point,
What
I,
is
it
Hey,
was
if
in
y'all
the
are gonna be
feels,
girl
man.
nerds, we can be guy nerds.
Yeah,
So good.
it's so
So
good. Oh yeah.
Mike,
because
what do
the
you watch?
Are you going to tell me what Bad Batch is?
It's
or are we
like-
just
I don't
gonna-
think we care.
Clone Star Wars, like Clone Wars, but it's like after that where there was a group of clones that weren't right.
Did you say clowns?
No, I did not.
Oh, we thought about you so much today when we were at that antique store. There were so many dead-eyed dolls that I was like, and just heads. And they, you know how like they have those eyes that like if you lay them down they go
They
to sleep,
flutter.
or if you
Yep,
set them
yep.
up they're awake.
Yep.
Well, these were set so that they were like halfway shut, so they were judging all of
Oh,
us.
God.
It was awesome. But I was like, Mandy said you should just wrap that up in a really pretty box and send it to Dana, and then you'd have to call Charlotte to get it so that she could
Film it.
have the box and say, no, you can't see what's in the box, and then just have Dana going, what's in the box? What's in the box?
So when I got my gift from Parker Greer for Christmas, from his parents, because I was working a show, whatever. Anyways, they brought it in, and they were 2 gifts, and I was like, awesome. What, do I need to open it now? But Parker's not here. And Scott says, yes, open this one, and pointed at a specific one. He said, but let us film it. And I stopped and I looked, and he started filming. I looked up at him and I said, this better not be some clown shit.
Language.
It was like this clown ornament that has been in their house that they were glad to get rid of, and they handed it off to me, and now it's in my there's like a cabinet in my dresser, and it just sits in there like in the dark. I don't know what to do with it.
I found this one in New Orleans in an antique shop. She's got a cracked face, really
Oh
creepy
my
eyes.
God, no!
And like club feet too.
Listen, haunted dolls. I don't.
Oh,
I'm not trying to tempt fate. I'm good.
No,
Does
when a
anybody
Furby
watch
goes
Brooklyn-
off in the
Brooklyn
middle of the
Nine-Nine?
night while you're trying to sleep, and it's like
Who's got a
warped
Furby?
noise. This was when I was a kid. Like I
I've
was
never
like,
experienced that. I've just
oh
heard
my
of it.
god! You wake up and it's going, yeah, sneaker, and you're like, ah, shit. It's like that was that was it. That did it. And I was like 14 when that happened. It just freaked me out.
Have you watched the
Oh, Dobby
Mitchells
just sent a
versus?
picture, and I'm not gonna look at it. I gotta watch that just showed me what. No, I'm not.
So the Mitchells versus the Machines, that new Netflix like animated movie. It's actually really good. No, it's good. You should watch it. So it's basically the premise.
Oh, come on.
Dana just saw the picture.
Oh, dude, that is
Chills.
just pure.
Look at her
Evil.
teeth. Close up on her teeth.
No, I'm not gonna look at
Yeah.
it again ever.
Dana,
Eyes
look
are
at her
two different
teeth.
colors.
Look
I'm
at
gonna-
her teeth, Dana.
We should change that to our profile picture. So we have to
Okay.
see it all the time.
I love it.
I guess we should show the audience that can see what that is. I'll do it right here, Dobby. Oh God.
Yeah.
Oh
Oh,
yes.
that's terrible.
She's
It's
so
the best.
cute.
Somebody loved that doll hard.
Oh no, no, no.
Oh yeah. All right. Any other questions for Alanna? Or Alanna, do you have any questions for the Diva Dads?
I wish I had thought of a question for the Diva Dads. We never actually talked about. Oh no, go.
No,
No,
please.
what have we not
Oh,
talked
it's
about?
not. I was just gonna brag on my good show buddy gift to Mike
Good,
that we
go,
never actually
what?
talked about. We just said it was the greatest of all time. I obviously got him a whole bunch of. Okay, so but the good show buddy form that was sent out that was like, what's your favorite snack? What's your favorite color? Just general information. Mike just wrote Topo Chico for everything. all of it. His only answer is Topo Chico.
So he gave you some direction.
What are
Yes.
you allergic to? Topo Chico.
Right. So obviously I gave him Topo Chico. But I also staged a photo shoot with Topo Chico bottles in and around the theater company, and I gave him like framed photos of Topo Chico bottles just around here.
That's pretty amazing.
One of them was on a prop or a set piece during Rocky when you were the professor.
Vroom vroom.
Nice.
Do you guys know the 4 pictures that are up in my house? 3 of them are Topo Chico. The other one,
Is it the one that I
Got
just
me
gave
in
you
it.
back? Oh,
Oh
the
no,
other
is
one.
it the one of you, me, and Rod?
I got that one up in my house.
Wow.
I
Dana
almost,
wasn't there.
I almost brought it. I almost brought it because
I'm the Madeline
can't
of
do
that
the
picture.
show because it's usually sitting right next to my computer when we do the show.
What's really funny is one of the picture that we share often of the Diva Dads with our topos during Rocky. McLevish shoes is literally cut,
Cropped
like
out of
someone
it. Yeah,
cropped
she's
out.
holding a Topo Chico
Yeah.
bottle, and it looks like one of you is holding it, but it's not. It's
No,
her.
it's-
Madeline.
yeah.
She got big mad about that. I remember.
Yes, she will
every
never let us.
every time it comes up, she lets us know.
Once again,
Yeah.
I'm left out of the picture. So I gotta brag about. I don't know if I did this about Tuck. My good show buddy and Tuck was Parker, and Parker Greer is just an amazing person, anyhow. But one of my dream roles is I want to be Baron von Trapp, and so he gave me this nice little box
When did-
and
when- what?
the naval whistle.
Oh, yeah, I remember giving you the whistle.
Wow.
Yeah, the so I was like, are you in the feels, man? Parker Greer, you and your family are absolutely amazing.
Can I tell you about my amazing good show buddy
took
from
those.
James and the
Nice.
Giant Peach?
Yes.
So I'm obnoxious when it comes to stuff like this because I don't like answering those questions seriously. Like what snacks do you like? What's your favorite kind of candy? Like I cannot take it seriously. So what's your favorite color? Clear. What's your favorite drink? Water from the spring. What are you allergic to? Children. What do you
Mhm.
collect? The hearts of men. Like
I remember reading that.
favorite treats, like unicorn snacks. And if that dude, Jobin delivered.
He really did.
He did. He got me clear water from the spring. He got me unicorn snacks. He literally gave me an envelope filled with the hearts of men. Every one of them had the name of a man on it. That was he did a great job.
That's fabulous.
Yeah, it was, he kind of blew me away. It was amazing. Amazing.
I love good show buddies.
It's so much pressure.
It's fun.
But then you get someone like Adrienne Rowell, and I spend 2 days giving her everything that she really hates. That was
How much Topo Chico did she get?
okay. So here's what I did. So so day one, I did give her a Topo Chico. And I heard her complaining, and she knew it was me. It didn't, like, literally, she got the first gift and she was like, damn it, Adrienne, I hate you. She called me something that was not very nice, but that's okay. The second day, I wrote her a note and said, okay, I get it. I got the memo. You don't like Topo Chico. So I got her the HEB 1837 water instead. And she said in, favorite snacks that she doesn't discriminate, but she does, because I know she really hates dark chocolate. So I got her the HEB mineral water and like 2 things of like really dark chocolate for the afternoon. For the evening, I got her another Topo, and I went 5% more on the dark chocolate. So instead of the 90%, I gave her the 95% dark chocolate. So I basically ruined her day for 2 days in a row. And I've never been more proud. I did make it worth her while, because in the end, she got Red Bull, she got Starbucks, she got Reese's. Yeah, I made it worth her while, but I sure did piss
Which
her
would
off
have
in the
lasted her trip
meantime.
home. That's
Yeah. Yes. Granted, on the trip home, she only had one daughter as opposed to the other one.
this
So
is true.
yeah, she had the easy one. The one who doesn't drop F-bombs in the living room.
Oh my gosh, that was so hilarious.
Yeah, that was good. That was good. Yeah. And then Adrienne Rowell has the gall to be like, where does she learn this? I don't know.
Who would have thought?
Potty mouth Rowell.
Uh-huh.
I think I know. I
Yes.
know.
It's a good thing there weren't any children backstage of this last show, because wow.
Yes, she should never do children's shows ever. Ever. She has 4 of them though. Any guys, do you have any well, okay, Dear Daddy, do you have any questions, Dear Daddy questions?
I've been trying to think of one.
You can submit video questions for later episodes if something comes to you.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think now, because of this evening, Aaron is going to be permanently banned from Diva Dads. We can reference him, but he cannot actually be present in an episode. He cannot appear in Diva Dads.
Wow. That's harsh.
Yeah.
I wish
I mean, like Brian has an effect on people. And you shouldn't really hold it against people.
I've not been to Lake Bryan, and I don't even know how long.
I've been today was my first time going to Lake Bryan.
There's
pick him
nothing
up?
to do there
pick him
but
up,
what
yes.
he probably
Oh,
did.
they have boat races there because it's very flat and there's not a lot of things happening around it.
You don't know when the water stops. You just keep going.
Is the water still brown?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
I
Okay,
was
great.
trying not to be judgy, but one of my first thoughts when I saw the water was, "You guys got in that?
Yeah.
You got in that."
I've been to Lake Bryan once and I was so excited. Like, sweet, going to the lake. It's like 15 minutes away. It's no
A
it's-
pond is a
it's-
better
yeah,
word.
And I
for it.
rolled up on it
Pond.
and looked at Charla and was like, this is the lake?
Yeah,
Like,
coming from Austin Lakes and then
Oh,
coming to
yeah.
Lake Bryan.
Oh,
yeah, no.
Austin lakes are beautiful.
Yeah.
yeah. And just, there's lakes all over the place, between here and there that are way better. And even
I mean,
smaller.
it was really pretty. I mean, the sky was really pretty. I was glad it wasn't raining. The trees were nice. There was a breeze. It would be fun to just like be outside. It's not the kind of place I'd go for like a lake day.
No.
The place that's there,
Ice House.
the
Ice
ice house
yeah.
is pretty cool. The ice house is pretty cool.
They do concerts and stuff there too sometimes? Or,
Mhm.
yeah.
Have they started doing that post-COVID?
I imagine so. I mean, because the guy who owns it owns Carney's in the corner bar, right? Isn't that the
Oh
same guy?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
It's the same
so
guy.
they've been up. So
Oh,
I
we need to
imagine.
bug him because Dustin is starting with this whole marketing thing. We're actually going to send out golden tickets to various restaurants.
That's amazing. That's
It's gonna
such a
be
good
awesome.
idea.
It's going to be a lot of fun. Alana, dream show that we should include in a season.
I have so many. Mean Girls.
mm.
I would love to. If you were talking about Sondheim, I would love to do Company.
Oh, I love that song. That's like one of my favorites.
Which song?
Being
I don't
Alive.
know. The one I actually used the what did you just say?
Being Alive.
Yeah, Being Alive. Oh, I used that as my audition song for Sunday in the Park with George. And that song rips my heart out. Like I love
It's
that
so
song.
good. The whole show is so good. And so I didn't like musicals for a really long time. And I had to take a musical theater history class. And Company was one of the few shows that I actually watched, because we had to watch recordings of shows. One of the few ones that I actually watched and enjoyed. And Bobby kind of became a dream role of mine, but it's played by a man. But very recently they rewrote it.
Don't think I don't have.
Ideas.
I'm following. They are reopening. It originated in the West End. They were about to open on Broadway with Katrina Link from
from the name of the show. I
Band's
can remember.
Visit.
Yes,
which was so good. Oh, that's right. You saw that.
Yeah,
too.
I'm so excited right now.
So beautiful. Yeah, so that is supposed to be going to Broadway, which means the rights to the female version are supposed to be coming available. They're just not yet.
I would love to do that.
So what do you mean the rights? Like, did they have to rewrite it?
Yeah.
Yes,
Oh.
so some of the lyrics are different.
Some of the lyrics are
The
different.
music is obviously different.
Yeah, you have to change keys. There's a couple of like contemporary references apparently.
Yeah.
So can you not change, I don't know, let's say that with the show that we're doing right now, Willy Wonka, and I know we're doing tracks and stuff, so it's difficult, but if we were doing Willy Wonka and it's keyed for a baritone and you really love a tenor, you can't rekey it?
No.
Wow.
No,
I
you
didn't
don't
know
get to
that.
do that.
That's crazy.
Yeah, you can't change things like that.
But it's just
Partly-
like changing an octave, though, right? So it's just playing it a little bit higher on
No.
the keyboard.
Well, because what that does though is that affects every instrument, because then every instrument has to transpose, which you can't just, on a trumpet or a violin, you can't just like with the keyboard, you can easily just hit a button like we do at auditions and you can transpose the key. You can't do that without rewriting music for instruments.
Interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
The
And you're just
more
not
you
supposed to.
know.
Yeah. Company, any others?
I don't know if it's one. I don't know how it would do on like the main stage here at TTC, but there's a musical that I love. It's called 35 Millimeters. I'm pretty sure it's just a 4-person show, but it's so much fun. And I've listened to it so many times. I've never seen it or like watched a recording of it. I have no idea what it's about. I've listened to it dozens of times. I couldn't tell you really what it's about, other than it's about like people and real life experiences, which is the kind of theater that I love. I forget what I think Andrew Robler used to refer to certain types of theater as like a window into like a living room. I forget what the actual phrase is, but like my favorite kind of theater is slice of life. That's what it is. That's like my favorite, like as if someone just like sliced off part of a house and you just like see into people's worlds. That's my favorite kind of.
You would love Falsettos. Have you listened to Falsettos?
No.
I think you would love that one.
Oh, that's on Broadway HD.
Is it really? Is it with Stephanie J. Block and?
I don't know who it's with, but yeah,
And
I saw it
Adam-
when I was scrolling through. Red letters, white background. Falsettos.
Yeah. It's really good. It's really, really good.
So I got to watch just a random YouTube video today about the top 10 villain songs in musical theater.
Nice.
What is our number one like villain song from musical theater? What do we think?
The best villain song ever is "Be Prepared" from The Lion King, sung by Scar.
I love that. I was watching this in the bathtub because I've started working out this week because I don't have a musical to prepare for. So
Diva point.
and so I started working out and I'm sore. So I had the bath salts going on.
Nice.
Like the Epsom salts.
Just
and-
keep hitting that thing. What are you doing?
What's wrong?
Epsom salts.
Salts are good for you.
And I was, watching YouTube with my what are they called, Mike? The
Children.
no, those headphones, the bone conducting headphones
What?
that I
yeah.
got because Mike got them.
Diva
Mike, wake up.
point.
Yes.
And so I was watching that, and number 3, they did Little Shop.
Oh
nice.
And I was going through and I was like, oh, they're gonna do one of the Plant songs, but then they were like, as great as the Plant songs are, the best villain song out of that show is the one from the dentist. Yes,
Diva point.
yes,
Diva point.
yes, and I got to
Diva
sing it.
point.
It was amazing.
You know they weren't talking about your version, right?
Oh, they were. They
No,
mentioned-
because your version didn't have the lyrics right every night.
that one did. I don't know about the gas song because the gas song I would nearly passed out every time. But yeah. But I think one of them was Little Girls from Sweeney
Annie?
Todd.
Oh,
And
Pretty Women.
I thought it was
Little
Little Girls.
Girl.
Little Girls is from Gigi.
Oh yeah. Okay. Pretty Women. Pretty Women from Sweeney Todd was one, and then the Annie song was
That's Little Girls.
little girl.
Little girls, little
Little
girls.
girl.
Yes. So that was one of them. That the one from Cats about the
McCavity.
yeah. It was like the villain doesn't even get to sing it, but it's
No, he
about
just
him.
dances.
It's about him. So that wasn't like top 10.
Was Poor Unfortunate Souls in the top 10?
That was really
No,
loud.
there wasn't any Disney representation. I don't think there was any
Villain
Disney.
songs.
I think there was any
Ooh,
Disney.
also, it's not in the musical. Oh, and okay, another one we should do is Anastasia.
Josie would love that.
Rasputin
I would
and all
love
that,
that.
right?
Josie
Yeah, okay,
would-
like he's not in the musical version of that.
Yeah, the
Oh.
musical is not good.
It's not.
They did a bad job.
I love it.
It's
That's
not,
what I've
is
been
it
singing in
based
the
on
car
the,
lately.
Is it similar to the movie, like the cartoon?
They took,
They took some of the songs.
but they tried to make something out of nothing. It's like they took characters and tried to make a love triangle, but it comes out of nowhere. So he's like, I meet this girl, I'm in love. It's rough. The music that they, because I love the movie, but the music that they added in does not communicate at all with. It's like you wait for one step, you wait for
Mhm.
Journey to the Past, you wait for the December.
Yeah.
Yes, Once Upon a December, and then it's like you have to wade through the other stuff to get there.
Yeah, that's kind of true. I mean, there are some that I really like. There's some that are I would need to see it. I've just listened to it.
Okay, so seeing it, technically, it's really cool because they use projections a lot, and that's why people got really excited. But the show itself is clunky.
McClunky.
I was really sad. In fact, I went with the Barties. We saw it in Houston, and Shiloh halfway through it, when at intermission, she and I looked at each other because the little girls were so excited. And Carly, no, Carly shared this with us. We were like, is this not? This isn't good, is it? Yeah.
Oh no. Well, Anastasia is my favorite. I technically now Disney princess because it's on Disney Plus. That was always my answer for who's your favorite Disney princess. When I was a kid, I would say, well, it's not a Disney princess, but Anastasia.
Dr. Frankenfurter.
Yeah, also a Disney princess.
Yeah.
Yes,
But not on Disney Plus.
but not on Disney Plus.
Owned by Disney.
But not on Disney Plus. It's
They
kind
are
of
a
like
Disney princess.
kind of like Deadpool, also not on.
Yeah.
Deadpool.
Deadpool is a Disney princess. So
Yeah, he is.
oh, Francis. All right. We are like we're at an hour and a half plus.
Thought you
Jennifer
had,
Riley's fun
Yeah,
fact.
fun fact of the week.
Yeah. So it's baseball season. So someone in this lineup's gonna tune out really fast. But
They just flatlined.
this fun fact. Baseball season. She says all major league umpires are required to wear black underwear.
Whoa,
That's because while
really?
they're on the job, their pants are black as well, and they're in
They
the
might be.
squatting position. So if their pants rip,
Mm.
no one else would know. I thought that
No
was
one
an
would
interesting
know.
fun fact. Thank you, Jennifer Riley, for sending me that. I laughed when I read that.
I'm now going to assume that all their pants are ripped.
Yeah, that's all I can think of now. I
That's
was
how I'm going to
watching
get through
SportsCenter
watching
a while
baseball
ago,
games.
and I was
Assume that all
like,
their pants are ripped.
oh, that ump totally ripped his pants. Oh, look at that chunky ump. He ripped his pants. Like, yeah.
Interesting. Interesting.
Thank you for
Jennifer.
reminding me
I
that.
haven't
Thank you, Jennifer.
I haven't seen you in so long.
Jennifer?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I ran
no.
into her at like a First Friday. Actually, the first Friday that we were.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
She was leaving the village when we were all getting there to pass out flyers.
Yeah.
That's when Christy wanted us to do a flash mob. And I was like, nope, don't have time. And she was like, well, it'd be a lot cooler if you did. And I was like,
Not cool then.
Tomorrow night is First Friday in downtown Bryan. Make sure you visit
Yes, it
Village.
is.
Huge supporter
Ooh.
of TTC and several other businesses downtown.
Make sure you visit
Savage Diva.
Savage
Savage
Diva, where I'll be
Diva.
reading tarot cards. Come see me there.
Yay. I have a gift card to there that I'm really excited to use.
Can you use the gift card for a tarot reading?
No.
Oh,
No.
okay.
Cold
They have
hard
a-
cash goes to Alanna.
They have a flask that says "classy as F" on it that you should probably purchase for yourself.
I already have that tattooed across my back.
Yeah, whatever.
True. Truth.
Mike, you got anything to add to the show tonight, or?
Just kidding, Mom.
I am loving just listening.
He is
I love listening.
so asleep.
Yeah, his eyes were getting heavy a while ago. I was like, oh, stop talking about Anastasia. We're losing him.
No, it's all good. I enjoy it.
How do we normally close these things out?
I know.
Fun
right?
fact.
Tap
Oh.
dance number?
Tap
Huh?
dance number.
What
Tap
about
dan-
it?
Yes, Rodney.
No,
come in
we-
with the tap
We
dancing.
do normally have our guest. Do you have, granted, this was a lot different when we were in COVID and everyone was like stuck in their homes and sad and alone. But do you have any messages for the theater company family?
Come see Willy Wonka. Come to work day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Come to work day.
Willy Wonka's what dates?
July 23rd through August 8th.
Thank
Then-
you.
It runs for 3 weekends. And for like another 24 hours, you can use the code Golden Ticket for $5 off your ticket.
You heard it
Right,
right, here,
Mike?
folks. $5
That's a
off your
deal.
ticket by using the code.
And if you didn't
Golden
get
Ticket.
that offer already, that means you either need to check your email or subscribe to our newsletter.
Hashtag truth.
That was
So,
lame.
Mike, you want to take us out?
No.
Oh, I do, guys. Anyway, this has been so long, but make sure you visit us. TTCDivaDads.com.
I don't think that's what you meant.
Oh, wait, did I miss something?
I don't know.
Just keep going. Just keep going.
No, just make sure you visit us, TTCDivaDads.com. And also, to piggyback what Lana said, come see Willy Wonka Jr.
Are you
Pretty
going to,
great.
Mike?
I am. Yes,
Well, you have to work a show, but are you going to come to the show and like watch it?
I will. It's 3 weekends. I sure will.
Awesome. Is there a Dads After Dark or no?
No,
Okay.
I'm tired.
Oh, I agree. It's Thursday and it's a work night, and now I'm really.
Mike's
working on
already
it, so-
asleep.
Awesome. Thank you guys. Y'all have a great evening,
Bye.
and thanks for joining us or watching us later. Bye.
Thanks, Alana.
You're
Bye,
welcome.
guys. Bye, Alana.
Bye.
Bye, guys.